We're so excited to have you all here again. My name is Cortez Moss. I'm one of the directors for the program. I thought the other guy was going to join. Are you going to join? Now let him introduce himself again.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Sill. Before we get started, I just want to say we're going to have a great week. You guys are the top 10% in the state. Had it not been for someone actually thinking highly of you and wanting to sponsor you to be a part of a great program, and for us to share with you our experiences, and some of the speakers that we will have throughout the week, they'll share with you their experiences and what it took to get them to where they are today. As it's stated on our website, I think it says something to the effect of, we're going to challenge you as leaders to not only your leadership of your skills, but also put your skills to practice. So the only thing I ask you guys to do this week is to be respectful, which I know you will be, buy into the program, and let's just have a great Boys Day 2016. Yeah.
Again, as he's already stated, we're really excited to have you all here on the historic campus of the University of Mississippi, my alma mater. Anybody in here hotty toddy? All right. Is there anybody else in here, we take converts as well. All right, so if you want to leave Mississippi State anywhere else, we got you here. But no, we're really excited to have you all on campus today. And for this entire week, as Michael Sipp has already told you, this will be a fun and exciting week. You will hear from individuals such as our governor, to congressmen. You will participate in athletic competitions to see which city has the best football team, basketball team, baseball team. You'll compete in all of those events as well as spirit. You'll have an opportunity to engage with individuals who are national merit finalists, individuals who scored 35 on their ACT. You'll get to ask them, what's your secret? You'll have an opportunity to attend the college fair with all of our 8 public universities, our military academies. All those individuals will be on our campus this week. So we're really excited about that. And at this time, we're going to ask John Brand, one of our senior staffers and the former Associated Student Body Vice President, to come and introduce our next speaker for this evening. Let's give John Brand a round of applause.
Appointed as Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs in July 2012, Dr. Brandy Hebner LeBanc, or as the students at the university call her, Dr. BHL, provides leadership and direction for all the departments encompassed by the Division of Student Affairs. She also serves as a faculty member in the Higher Education program in the Department of Leadership and Counselor Education. Dr. Hebner LeBanc earned her bachelor's degree in accounting at the University of Akron, her master's degree in Higher Education Administration and Student Personnel at Kent State University, and her doctoral degree at Northern Illinois University in Adult and Higher Education. Prior to coming to the University of Mississippi, Dr. Hebner LeBanc served Northern Illinois University as their Associate Vice President in the Division of Student Affairs and Enrollment Management, as well as the Assistant Vice President of Planning and Operations. She has served students in multiple administrative roles at Arizona State University, University of North Carolina at Wilmington, Baldwin Wallace College, and University of Akron. A respected scholar and consultant in the field of campus crisis management, her research also focuses on preparation of student affairs professionals and transition issues for graduate students. Among her honors and special recognitions, Dr. Hebner LeBanc was named Alumni of the Year at Kent State University and recognized for her outstanding service by the National Association of Student Personnel Administrators. This woman has been an outstanding leader on this campus, and she has taught me so much about leadership. One of the main things she's taught me is to refer to women as women and not chicks or girls. So take that with you, and without further ado, here is Dr. BHL.
Welcome to the University of Mississippi. As John mentioned, my name is Brandy Hebner LeBanc, and I have the privilege of serving the University of Mississippi and its students as Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Before I go too much further, I do want to recognize a few folks real quickly. There's a lot of folks across this campus that have pulled together to make this event possible for y'all. And I just want to recognize two that are here, Bradley Baker and Cass Dodgen, our two liaisons that have really worked with everyone to liaison and bring this week to fruition. So I want to thank them for their leadership. Also, I want to wish you all a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. We are recognizing tomorrow Memorial Day and honoring those that have given the ultimate sacrifice and dying for this country as they serve in the U.S. Armed Forces. So happy Memorial Day. Please appreciate the freedoms that you are afforded. So again, welcome. On behalf of the senior leadership here at the university, let me express how thrilled and excited we are to be hosting Mississippi Boys Day. It's an important distinction for our campus to be selected as the host site for this year's event, and we really look forward to many more productive years working with the Mississippi American Legion. Students, congratulations on being selected to participate in this program. I commend you for your interest in state and local government and for your desire to become the best possible leaders for your community. Soak up all that you can over the next several days. Engage with fellow students and the former delegates and leaders that are here that are serving as the staff members. Be inquisitive, ask questions, introduce yourself to the speakers that will be in front of you and listen to their advice and their wisdom. Approach each activity with an open mind and a desire to improve yourself individually. Learn from one another and remember that best practices so that you can return to your high school with a roadmap for success as you move forward. This truly is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I know that myself from experience after having participated in Buckeye Girls State following my junior year of high school in the great state of Ohio. That opportunity took me down, this opportunity today took me down the road, kind of the memory road, right? So I got to pull out some old pictures. And so at the cost of embarrassing myself publicly, I'm going to share a few of those with you today. So, what the heck, right? So first of all, I'm just going to get this over with. Look at the hair. That is some righteous 80s hair right there. So I actually included this photo because John Brand has always had longer hair than me since we've known each other, and I wanted to prove to him that I can grow mine out. So some pretty good hair there. So I was really honored to be selected as a girls' state delegate out of my county and from my high school. This second slide captures a few pictures of those that I met immediately upon arriving at Girls State. So these were my floor mates that comprised my city. It was the city of Clark, and it was named for a famous woman in Ohio. Wendy Flynn was one of my roommates, and to this day, we are still in touch. We still keep up with each other and know about one another's families. This next slide highlights some of our activities. Our morning ceremony that we would raise the U.S. flag every day, voting for Senate and House leaders. I was fortunate enough to serve in the Senate as part of the Nationalist Party. The next slide, one of her floor mates was elected governor, and that was really exciting. And it was an amazing experience to be able to support her and experience that win with her. Her name is Barb Neal. She's another person that I've continued to stay up with, and she kind of took a risk a few years back to become a self-employed, faith-based motivational speaker, and she's doing a really wonderful job of writing books and getting out in front of folks to share her story and to lift people up. And that skill set was apparent at Girls State. She just was someone who poured herself into you. So you are going to meet folks like this. When I attended Girls State, I also had the opportunity to attend a follow-up week at Ohio State Highway Patrol's Cadet Week. So we could apply during our time at Girls State to go on to do this. And that was an additional week-long experience that was coordinated with Girls State. And these slides just kind of highlight my time there. And I just note how I strategically got all that hair and that hat. But again, another wonderful and amazing leadership opportunity that I was fortunate to be a part of because of those folks, like these individuals up here, that invested in me as a leader. So please, in all seriousness, understand what a formative experience this can be for you. It was for me, and I know that this upcoming week will hold those same opportunities for all of you. Many public servants, many leaders, our folks that are engaged in myriad professionals across the state first learn their leadership potential at Boys State. What are you going to learn? Well, you're going to learn to wake up early. I promise you that. You're going to build friendships. You're going to build collaborative relationships. You're going to learn the art of compromise, the art of negotiation, the art of advocacy. You're going to understand how to support and how to challenge. You're going to be supported and you're going to be challenged. And you're also going to learn success and failure. And all of these things are really important lessons and really important to your leadership development. But I want to share with you a quick video clip to also further my point here. This distinguished alumni of the Boys State program was recently on our campus, and he took time to offer you some words of wisdom.
Hi, I'm Tom Brokaw of NBC News, and I want to welcome all of you to the Mississippi Boys State here on the Ole Miss campus. 1,000 years ago, I was the governor of Boys State in South Dakota, and it still remains one of the most memorable experiences of my life. I was kind of a political junkie, and to get involved first at the county level and at the state level, and then moving on up to the state level and being nominated for governor. And I still have friends from those days, including the guy that I beat for governor. Now, the interesting part of that story is that he went on to go to Harvard. I didn't go to Harvard, and our lives got separated, and later when we connected, he said to me, "My daughter has never believed that you and I were friends and that you beat me for governor of South Dakota Boys State." So I sent her a book saying, "Dear Robin, your dad, remember this, he may have lost me at Boys State, but he got into Harvard and I didn't." So these are the kinds of experiences that define your young life, and you'll learn a lot about each other and about the importance of politics forevermore. So have a great week here at Ole Miss.
It's very special to be able to collect that piece for all of you. Again, my hope is that you will see the legacy in which you're about to embark upon. Great folks, great leaders across this country have been a part of a program like this. I know that you will leave this campus with new and lifelong friends and also new and lifelong lessons. All of you here today, as students and participants in this program, are the future of the state of Mississippi. I want to say that again. All of you here today, as students and participants in this program, are the future of the state of Mississippi. You're the future leaders, educators, servicemen, and elected officials. Soon, many of you will be populating our state's tremendous public and private institutions of higher learning. My generation will look to your generation to continue to advance Mississippi on a regional, a national, and a global stage. You'll have the ability to impact this great state in many ways, and I challenge you to accept that calling because this state needs you, this country needs you. Whether you make it your life's work to better Mississippi, or you return to this great state years down the road after having had valuable perspective from another state or another country, know that your future contributions to this state are invaluable. While you're here on campus in Oxford, take advantage of this opportunity to get to know more about the University of Mississippi. You'll have access to top administrators and staff who are responsible for much of the success of this university. Learn from them and engage with them. This is a top-tier research institution, and we're also an institution that places heavy emphasis on servant leadership. Similar to the ideals of Boys State, the University of Mississippi aims to groom future leaders of this state through service. The University of Mississippi is a nurturing environment for the best and the brightest the state and this nation has to offer. It is my unapologetic goal to enroll each and every one of you here today as part of the incoming freshman class at the University of Mississippi in fall 2017. So I want y'all to fall in love. I want y'all to come back here next fall and be in orientation. But I'm realistic, and I know that you'll have many outstanding opportunities to consider during the course of this next year because you all are many outstanding men. Explore all of those options. Visit all of our state's colleges and universities as you're able. compare and contrast, and continue to ask deep, important questions. This is an exciting time of your life, and we're privileged to share a portion of that journey with you this week. Once again, welcome to the University of Mississippi. Congratulations on your participation in Mississippi Boys State.
All right, let's give Dr. Hefner LeBanc another round of applause. All right, at this time, I'm going to ask that each of our county and city advisors, any of our staff members would please come to the stage at this time. Any of our staff members will come to the stage at this time. All right, we're going to take this opportunity to introduce everyone so you'll know our names and what it is that we do. I want to go ahead and denote that if they have on a white shirt, they are a first-year city advisor. If individuals have on a red shirt, they are a first-year county advisor, and they oversee our city advisors. They have on a blue shirt, they are a second-year county advisor, meaning they've been in that role for 2 years working on the county team. And then if you see folks who are in either a polo shirt or these fish and tackle shirts, they are senior staff, and they've been with the program a number of years. But at this time, I'm going to ask our Boys State Chairman, Mr. Hiram Eastland, to come and have a word, and then we'll introduce everybody. This guy has worked all year long. Actually, how many years? 21 years this year to make Boys State happen, and so we want to give him an opportunity to share with you.
Gentlemen, thank you very much, and welcome to the University of Mississippi. It's taken me 21 years as an alumnus of Ole Miss to get it here, and we're really, really excited to host Boys State, or for Ole Miss to host Boys State. Guys, I want you to look around the room, look to your left and look to your right, and these are the people that you're going to be going to college with. Some of these people are going to be in your wedding one day. These are your future friends, and these are future leaders of Mississippi, as you've already heard. I encourage you all to take advantage of this week. This is a huge opportunity for you to better your lives and to better the state of Mississippi. The staff here that you see today are here to help you. We're part of the mythical state of Magnolia, is the way Boys State works, as you'll learn tonight. And we're going to, in a couple days, turn this program over to you, the delegates of the state of Magnolia. You're going to run this program. We're here to help you, and if you need anything at all, you let your city or county advisor know, and they'll get to us, and we'll get you what you need to make this program a success for you. If you have any problems at all, talk to your city advisor. Like I said, I just want to welcome you, make sure that you know that we're here for you, and encourage you to make the best of this. I could not, none of us would be here if it were not for the American Legion, and the Legionnaires that are up here behind our staff members. I'd like to recognize the real Boys State chairman. My official position is a senior advisor. I'm kind of a liaison between the Boys State staff. I served as director for 6 years at one time, and now I'm the senior advisor between the Boys State staff and the American Legion. The chairman of the Boys State Committee for the American Legion is Mr. Don Cabral, and I'd like to introduce him. I'd like to give Mr. Cabral an opportunity to address you as well.
Okay, let's go. I think this is the closest we ever got to 400. 400 is my goal. I don't know what the count is right now, but we're going to make it at Ole Miss. I see that right now. Y'all here to learn and listen. We got the best staff in the United States right here, I guarantee you. They know what you're doing. Listen to them. Keep your belts up tight. Pay attention and learn something. Thank you.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. As I began to introduce some of our senior staffers, and these guys, we have like Hiram mentioned just a second ago, we have some of the best staffers that's come through Boys State. Anything that we've asked them, especially our senior staff, they've been willing participants. We haven't had to ask them to do anything that they didn't want to do already because they love the program. And if it wasn't for their love of the program, they wouldn't want to give their time back each and every year. We have John Brand right here, as he introduced himself earlier. John, what are you doing next? This is your senior year right here, right? So you'll be a senior at Ole Miss. What are you studying?
I'm a double major in public policy.
Did you hear that? He's a double major, public policy and theater. Gregory Alston, come here, Gregory. Come here, Gregory. This is your 5 minutes of fame. Listen, Gregory was the, ASB president? What else did you do, Gregory, at Ole Miss? What were you in charge of with athletics? Talk.
I was on the athletics committee.
Exactly. Were you the president? What were you at the athletics? He was a member of the athletic committee. What are you doing now? What do you attend law school? Cap it up for Gregory. He's a law school.
He's the president of the law school.
President of the law school, okay? Of ASB. Student body president of law school. Look at you, man. Listen, throughout the week, make sure you speak with Gregory, because how many potential lawyers do we have in the room right now? Potential attorneys. Make sure you speak with Gregory, okay? Because he can tell you about the things that he's gone through. Also, who do we have here? Hunter? Hunter, what school do you attend, Hunter? Hunter's at Emory University. Your 11 is in Atlanta, Georgia? And look, every year for the last, 4 years, Hunter, you've been a part of the program? He drives all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, just to come to Mississippi to help out you guys. So give it up for Hunter. Oh, he's last. Listen, we have another senior staffer, 2 more senior staffers that are just walking in. We have Gregory Hornsby. Gregory Hornsby actually attended Mississippi State, but now, he's a graduate also of Ole Miss. Gregory, where did you graduate from? What did you?
Mississippi State goes 7 Ole Miss Law this year.
Ole Miss Law. He's getting ready to study hard for the bar, and he's going to pass the bar so he can become a successful attorney. Will Kent, what school did you attend, Will? He graduated from Delta State. He's a future nurse, so get ready. He's studying hard, and if you guys need anything, any type of medical advice throughout the week, stop by Will. What we have here is a melting pot. We're full of different, genres, different political views, but we all come together, comprise together for the great state of Magnolia. But listen, I currently work with the guy that's right behind me. We actually work and we serve constituents of the great state of Mississippi for Senator Roger Wicker. I've known this guy. I've been a part of the program. This is my 12th year. And had it not been for this guy right here, I do not know where I'd be. And if you guys do not know who he is the Boys State, okay? If it wasn't for Steve Guyton, Boys State would not be where Boys State is today. He has put so many kids through the program. That's his passion. He give his heart, and he give all of his resources. And, people used to always say that wherever you put your treasure is, that's where your heart is. And his heart is definitely a part of the American Legion Boys State program. So let's give it up for Steve Guyton. Hey, listen. Whenever we see Steve, listen up, hear me closely. Whenever we see Steve Guyton, we always introduce him by saying, Steve Guyton. Da-da-da-da. You guys. All right, listen, you guys try it one time. We're going to try it, all right? Here we go. We're going to try it one time. This is for Steve. All right, when we see Steve, what do we say? Steve! Yes!
All right, ask Michael Sipp what year he was governor of Boys State and where he went to college.
All right, listen. Actually, I was governor of Boys State in 2004. I've been living through Boys State for the last 12 years. Steve actually, tell him what you did for me, Steve. Steve wrote my campaign speech. He started by saying, in order for me to be successful and in order for someone like myself to run the great state of the Magnolia, I had to bring both sides together. That was our Federalist Party as well as our Nationalist Party. But most importantly, we had to bring together our bubbas and also our brothers. So listen, throughout the week, network with each other, enjoy the program, and listen, we're going to have lots of fun. And right now, I'm going to turn it over to Cortez Moss. Listen, Cortez Moss is one of the top educators in the state of Mississippi. Now, kid you not. Listen. Some individuals, they try to garner respect, but he commands it. And one of the things about Cortez, you know, he's always easy to talk to, and he loves to try to share his experiences, and especially his testimonials of what he's gone through and what made him a successful young man that he is today. So let's give it up for Cortez Moss. What are you now, Cortez? He's been a principal at Clarksdale. He's been at Greenwood. Where are you now, Cortez? He'll be in Quitman County next year. What will you do? What will you be doing in Quitman County? He'll be the middle school principal. So let's clap it up for Cortez Moss, our assistant director.
All right, I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce our city advisors. These guys, this group of guys that we have this year, are extremely phenomenal. It's just amazing. Okay, it's amazing that we were able to pull together a team such as these guys. We have Mr. Robert Pickering on the end. He is the son of who? Anybody want to take a guess? I didn't mean to do it to him. But when you get a chance, have a conversation with Mr. Pickering. He made a 35 on the ACT, so I just want to put him out there. Give him a round of applause. Where are you going to school, Mr. Pickering?
The flagship University of Mississippi.
There you go. Appreciate that. All right. The next gentleman we have is Mr. Justin Cowling. Everybody give a round of applause for Mr. Cowling. This is Mr. Student Government himself in Yazoo County. He's his high school student body president. He'll be going to school where next year? The next gentleman we have is Mr. Cameron Daniels. Mr. Daniels is from Greenwood. I actually taught him, so he's one of my students, but he just got the Kelly Jean Cook full cost of attendance through law school scholarship. So pick his brain when you get a chance, and he got a bunch of other scholarships, so just ask him about it. All right, the next gentleman, I like to clap, don't you? The next gentleman we have here is Mr. Caleb Ray. I know what I did, Jack. So the next gentleman we have is Mr. Caleb Ray. Caleb, where are you going to school next year? He's going to Ole Miss as well. Give it up for Caleb Ray. The next gentleman we have, we can't say enough about him. He's a product of Greenwood as well. Mr. Solomon Brown just came in second place for the National
Oratorical Contest, American Legion.
How much scholarship money do you have?
$15,000.
What school are you going to next year? He's going to Morehouse College next year. Y'all give it up for him. The next gentleman we have is Mr. Ralph Moore. Ralph, where are you going to school next year?
United States Naval Academy.
There you go. Major deal to get in the United States Naval Academy. Mr. Griffin, introduce yourself.
My name is Pruitt Griffin. I currently go to the University of Mississippi, the flagship of Mississippi. Wicker, that's my city. Wicker, where you at, Wicker? Wicker! I'm a linguistics major here at Ole Miss. I also minor in Japanese. So, if any of you have any questions about taking a language out of college, Ole Miss, anywhere you go, come talk to me. Thank you.
He's the most excited guy I know, so I let him introduce himself. Mr. Lawson Barrett, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Lawson Barrett. I'm going to a prep school for the Air Force Academy, and I'm the city advisor for Geary.
This last guy is like one of my favorite guys from Boise State last year. I really want to see how you would introduce yourself, Benjamin Payne. Introduce yourself.
I'm Benjamin Payne. I'm the city advisor for Hughes, and I'm going to Ole Miss next year.
That's not fair. You won't tell the people who you are. All right, y'all can go back down now. Y'all can go back down now. Come on, Jack Collins. Introduce yourself, Jack.
I'm Jack Collins, City of Hood. Thank you, Hood. I will be attending the University of Notre Dame.
right, y'all can have, y'all are free to go now. All right, we're going to make a presentation in just a moment, and we're going to ask our Legionnaires who are on the stage with us to join us in this presentation. So if you all would stand up with us, and we'll ask.
This, you know our chairman, you know our chaplain, Albert Shaw and James Teal. They're on the American Legion, and they drove all the way up here on Memorial Day. Let's give them
Thank you, Legionnaires, for your support of this program. Thank you again for everyone for being here. And I'd like to give a big special thank you for Dr. Brandy Hepner-LeBanc. We've got a special stainless steel tumbler that'll keep your beverages hot or cold, whatever you prefer. With the Boys State would not be possible without her fighting to get us here, and we really, really appreciate everything that you're doing. So thank you.
Hey, Coach, can you come on stage, Coach?
This next young man that's about to come up to the stage, come here, Coach. Come over here, Coach. Come over here, Coach. Listen, this guy right here, he showed up about 2012. He showed up in 2012, and for the staffers, we didn't know who he was, but we knew he was a Legionnaire. And I must say this, Coach Gary Risher has served Mississippians as well as our young people for over 45 years, Coach? 45 years. So listen, clap it up for Coach. He's giving his time and his energy. Listen, throughout the week, what did you coach, Coach? Was you a football coach? Football. Listen, if you want to know anything about technique, about schemes, about any positions, speak with Coach throughout the week. If not only about technique and about football, because he is a football guru, but also just about life, because if you're thinking about it, he's already done it. So listen, Coach is he has a heart for the program. He's given his time each and every summer to be a part of our program, and we can't thank Coach enough for taking his time out to help us. So let's clap it up for Coach.
All right, you should have gotten a schedule from your city advisor if they've not passed them out already. I want to go over our schedule for the rest of the evening and talk about how we'll proceed, and then we'll dismiss and we'll go to, I call it dinner, Steve calls it supper, so we'll go to supper after these announcements.